Now, I know many liberal Democrats these days are expecting Bernie Sanders to be their standard bearer now that he's ahead in New Hampshire, but I wouldn't have the couches in the Oval Office fitted for plastic slipcovers just yet. I mean, I love Bernie, but we must assume Hillary is going to be the nominee, and after witnessing the gruesome 100-car pileup that is the Republican field, I, for one, am not going to stand idly by and let Hillary blow this thing. I know Bernie folks don't like to hear it, but it is over. It did end. I do want to say a few things more about Bernie Sanders. One, I don't think it matters when he gets out. I don't think it matters. You know, they're all shoving him. Bernie, take all the time you want. Do it today. As long as he does it by the convention, at the convention. But I guess got to say to the Bernie folks, she did win fair and square. There should be no... Let me just give you the stats so you know that there should be no quarterback controversy here, okay? She won a majority of the pledge delegates. She won the popular vote. She won a majority of the states. She won all the important swing states. She won 27 out of 39 primaries. If it wasn't for caucuses, which are less democratic, he wouldn't have been as competitive as he was. And she finished big. That was a big talking point. Oh, you know, she's limping to the finish line. No, she kicked his ass at the finish line. So it can't be the case, like I said, where it's fair when you win and rigged when you lose. She won, and I think it's often seen when someone has big crowds that means something. Trump gets big crowds, he gets big crowds. Her crowds, they're just different people. They're older, they're women.
They are not the same on the environment. One wants fracking, one doesn't. They're not the same on a lot of things.
You know what,
So, if you want to get me, she's already come up to the $15 minimum wage. That's nice, because she didn't support that.
But, I mean, in environment, great example. Hillary has an 82% voter rating from the Conservation Society.
I don't care, the conservation.
Ted Cruz has 5. That's your choice in this world.
She's been selling fracking all over during Secretary of State.
Yes, she's not perfect, but the perfect is not on the menu.
Well, I'm not going to say that I think Bernie Sanders is going to get the nomination. Okay. Don't burst my bubble.
Okay, all right. But
I'm not, those words can't come out of my mouth at this point.
All right, but you know, we were both for Ralph Nader back in 2000.
But he was a third-party candidate. There was a very specific thing. This guy is actually a miracle that he has come up and worked so hard and is the party. And you see, when you go around the United States, he has really spoken to people.
And that's not to say that all drone attacks are bad. I mean, some people do need killing, you know?
But I think...
It's like what I say about the death penalty. Let's just kill the right people. We know how to make people fall asleep, right? Get Michael Jackson's doctor in there, okay? He used to know how to do it. Once you have them out, just kill them. And any of the ways we know really do work. Shoot them in the head, a guillotine, electrocute them, firing squad. Doesn't matter. Once they're out, why do we have to, like, have this idea that we have to nudge them just ever so slightly into death? Like, we're not really doing it. Like, humane. You know, it's not humane no matter how you do it. You're killing them. Okay? So this whole idea that we have to have this cocktail of drugs, it's like the razor, you know, the first blade lifts the shave. The first drug kind of gets you sleepy, and the second one puts you out, and the third one, you know, it's like you're on a massage table with Nora Jones playing in the back. It's insane. Knock them out and kill them, or just shoot them. It's not a big thing.
They are killing good people. They're killing civilians again and again.
Yeah, but you know what? If you were president, you'd do the same thing. Once you get to be president, they take you into a little room and they tell you about all the bad guys in the world that you and I don't know about, and that is your chief job, is to protect people. I know it's bad, and we do bad things, but you know, it's a bad world.
There is forever going to be individuals who are prepared to take up jihad against America. So the question we should be asking is not how do we feel about it in relation to 9/11, but how do we feel about it in the future? And are we happy to accept that we are permanently at war in this country for the foreseeable future?
Well, we kind of are. I mean, this war has been going on for 1,000 years with some of these people. It's a grudge match with the West. Okay. And where? That's also a question. Can we do it anywhere? I mean, the latest hotspot where Al-Qaeda apparently is the country of Mali. You know, the French invaded there last couple of weeks ago, right? And they don't have any drones, the French. So they reached out to us, the flying robot people. And they said, would you like to identify some militants and kill them from the sky? And we said, really? You had to ask. We are so there. And it does, you know, bring up the question that since Al-Qaeda is kind of a whack-a-mole operation, can we do this anywhere?
I think the answer, unfortunately, is probably yes. We have to do this indefinitely, and I share your hesitancy to condemn it because I think you have to think about what the alternative options are. I don't think it's the same policy as the Bush administration. I think to a significant extent, this sort of stuff is an alternative to doing things like invading countries, more indiscriminate styles of bombing campaigns.
It is the
They
alternative.
kill a lot more people.